Good morning, everyone. It's I, Marty, back here again. I'm a little bit of a late riser here, so we're still in my room. But anyway, the weather today is very different, I suppose, depending on where you're tuning in from. Unless you're in the lounge or something, in which case it's the usual cool vaporwave sunset. What else should we check? Oh, how about the charity meter? What do we got? 14,218. Oh, wow. You guys keep impressing. I can't even keep up with this meter. I mean, you've seen me on the meter, watching it just crash through. It's incredible. Fantastic, amazing stuff you guys are doing, and we are so thankful for that. Great way to kick off our Saturday convention activities. We're going to be starting off with our first panel in a few moments. But I think we can take a little bit of a tour around the hotel room. I can show you some cool stuff that the VR team has worked on. There's not a whole lot in here per se, but we do have this awesome bed, which if you're like me, you jump on and then bang your head on the ceiling. I better stop that before I hurt myself. We also have this crazy music video going on. All these guys in suits doing some stuff. I don't know what exactly it is they're doing, but it's a very coordinated dance. I wish I was that coordinated. We have some mostly adult beverages, it looks like, over here on the. I'm gonna stay away from those because it's too early in the morning for that. Outside looks very nice. That's also very cool too. Then we have out in the hallway where there's obviously more rooms. Oh, the bathroom, very important. Need to go to use the lab and get yourself all ready in the morning and stand in the shower. You know, take a shower in the morning. Very, very important stuff. Showering once a day at least at a convention, right? We all know the rules. These hallways always confuse me. I get a little lost. But here's the elevator. Okay, so this is just back down to the hotel, right? Awesome. Okay, I can not get lost. Okay, let's head down to the lobby then. Gonna hang a left here and head on up the stairs. Oop. I want to make sure my mouth is moving properly. Talking with my lips closed, it's not a good idea. Just mutter everything. So here we are again, getting ready to kick off our Saturday. Just taking a little walk, you know. Oh, hey, take a look at that. ALS charity event streaming on Twitch, March 4th to April 4th. Mark Sparks. Very cool. All right, so now we're going to get over here to the schedule and we're going to see what we've got. There it is. So 11 a.m., which looks to be about now, is going to be Makeup 101 with Skylier. So without further ado, let's kick it over to them. Have a great Saturday, everyone. I'll see you here later.
Awesome. Alrighty.
I should start now because the host is still talking. Should I?
Okay.
I'm good? Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, are they, I should start now because the host is still talking. Should I?
You're good.
I'm good? Okay, cool. All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, my name is Skylier. Hi. Oh, I'm so excited to be hosting this panel for you guys today. Welcome to Makeup 101 with Skylier. This is I want to say first and foremost, this is a panel for anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is or your gender expression or anything like that. Makeup is for everybody, and there's no exceptions to that. So this is a live panel, so I didn't pre-record this because I wanted to be able to talk to all you beautiful people out there and answer all of your questions as they come up, because makeup is definitely the kind of thing where you're like, wait, why didn't he do this? Like, why did he do this? He didn't explain this properly. So you guys can communicate with me through either my Twitch chat on my Twitch stream, or you can use the handy dandy Discord live stream chat, which we have for the FE server, which I can see you guys coming in there now. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to start with makeup. I want to say, first of all, you're going to see a lot of makeup today. You do not need all of this. I am an insane person who collects makeup and has way too much of everything. So, step one to any makeup routine, again, you do not have to have this, but it's really good, is a good primer. There's many different kinds of primer. I like to try a few different ones out. I find a pore filling primer is best for me because I have very textured skin from years of having acne and things like that, and I have some acne scarring going on. So it's nice to have a primer that creates a nice smooth surface for my foundation to go on top of. If you have more drier skin, maybe a moisturizing primer is good for you, like an oil-based one. I can't do that because I have very oily skin. So lately, I've been really liking this primer from The Ordinary. Wait, let me do the beauty guru thing. Wait, this is like $3. It's really, really cheap. And it's like a silicone-based primer. And you can I'll just take a little bit and just like dot it around my skin. Like this. Take a little bit more. And you just rub it in like you would moisturizer. Just like rub it into your skin here. Please, if you guys have any questions at any point, please just throw them in the chat and I'll answer them as best as I can. I don't want you guys like getting confused about everything. I want to try and make things simple as possible here. So, or if you have any, like a particular technique you want me to demonstrate, you can go ahead and ask that. So that's all nice and worked into my skin there. Okay, so these are all good primers. I used to use this one all the time. This is the Angel Veil primer from NYX. This one's a bit more expensive. This is like $18. All these prices are in Canadian dollars because I'm Canadian, so I don't know how much it is in America. But I stopped using this one because I found it didn't keep very well. Like after like a few months of having it, here just a couple months, it would start to separate and it just like into the oils and liquids. So I'd pull it out and be all gross. So I didn't really think I wanted to keep buying that one. This one, this e.l.f. putty primer is really, really good. This is like $8 and it's just like a little thing you just like put your finger into and just rub some on, and you just rub it on your face. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on real quick we're gonna do color correction. Now, if you are a AMAB person, which is a assigned male at birth person, which is what I am, like somebody who's born and the doctor says, he has a penis, that means he's a man, right? Okay, you probably have a lot of facial hair like I do, and you have a lot of like dark shadows over here. I want to cover that, right? And for any of you guys who are artists out there, you should probably understand this already. The best way to cancel out a color is to use a color on the opposite end of the color wheel, right? So you can see my beard line here has bluish undertones. So we're going to use an orange color corrector. Orange, this one, we're going to use this one, and like an orangish color corrector. All these colors are to cancel out different things. So like we use greens to cancel out reds, right? Again, it's on the opposite end of the color wheel. So all I'm gonna do, just use my fingers for this. Just take a little bit here, my finger, and I'll just apply it over here. You don't need that much. I've seen videos of people like taking super orange color corrector and smashing it all over their face until like their face turns orange. You do not need that much. We're color correcting, right? We're not changing the color of our face, right? Why do any of the makeup tutors use e.l.f.? I mean, e.l.f. is a good brand. They're a very cheap, very affordable brand, and they have pretty good products. I don't use a lot of e.l.f., but the products that I have used, I like. I can tell you one I don't like. I bought this e.l.f. concealer. Not really a big fan of it. Doesn't really work for me. I think the color was a bit too light for me, honestly. It is very cheap, so I wasn't really a fan of that. So put this on here, cover my sideburns up a little bit. Okay. Now again, it's not gonna be perfect, especially for someone like me who has very, 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 very dark hair. It's very hard for me to cover everything. Okay. So we're done with that for now, all right? Put that down there. Okay. So foundation now. Okay. Many different kinds of foundation. I have many different kinds here. And what works for you all depends on your skin type or what you want that day. I have more. I have more here. You think we're done? We're not done. I have more. I have more here. All right. All these things all out here, right? Okay. There's different kinds of foundation for different uses. This is a BB cream, which is not so much foundation as it like a tinted moisturizer. Somebody asked, what's the difference between color corrector and concealer? That's a very good question. Color corrector, you're just trying to like cancel out a pigment on your skin. So it has a very specific deep color. Concealer is just a more general thing that you just use to cover up blemishes in general. But putting a color corrector under a concealer, if you have like a very visible spot like I do with my beard line, right? It's very visible, will help that concealer function better, right? Okay. Like this is a BB cream. This is more like a tinted moisturizer. So it's very, very light coverage. Kind of just put on your fingers. I don't really wear this that much because it doesn't give me enough coverage, and I don't really, it's a bit oily for me, but if you have dry skin, I think this would be very, very, very good. It's really moisturizing. This is a more medium coverage foundation. This is a Revlon one. I think this is like, I want to say this is like 20 bucks. This is drugstore. It's really good. It's a nice medium coverage. It finishes matte. There's usually two different kinds of finishes with foundations. There's a dewy finish, and then there's a matte finish. So a matte finish looks like very like no moisture, very like flat, and very like everything looks dry and like even. And a dewy finish, like as the name, as the word implies, it's very kind of wet, makes you look a bit more oily. Typically dewy finishes are better for people with drier skin, but sometimes I like to have a dewy finish as well. This Fenty one is a dewy finish foundation, and it's a nice medium coverage, so I like to put on some of that just when I want when I don't really want a lot of foundation on, just like a nice little coverage on there. It's really good for that. Also, it smells like cookies. I'm not joking. I remember I bought this and I used it. I was like, it smells like cookies. I want to eat it. It smells really nice. This is more expensive. This is like, I'll say this is like $38. I think I paid for this. This, again, another nice medium coverage foundation. This is the Beauty Blender foundation. This is the one I've been using the most of. This is my favorite one recently because it really has a nice medium coverage and it blends out really well into my skin, so I can just wear a little bit and it doesn't even look like I'm wearing anything, but it still gives me coverage. And this is my go-to if I want a full coverage foundation. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. That's like 18 bucks, and it's really nice, really full coverage foundation. I guarantee they will have your shade. They have shades for everybody. Like I think they have like over 50 different shades, and no matter what your skin color is, they will have your shade, which is really great because we really want to support brands that have full shade ranges. Fenty as well has really great shade ranges as well. Has like a full gamut, because that can be a problem for POC people a lot of the time. Unfortunately, a lot of makeup brands don't think it's as important to make a variety of shades for people of color, so dark skinned people can kind of get left out. So brands like NYX and Fenty are really, really, really good for that. Like they always have a wide shade range. Also, we're gonna talk about this as well. This is Krylon TV Paint Stick. I'm also a drag queen, and this is what I use for drag. I would probably never wear this just in my day-to-day because this is like theater level makeup. This is makeup made for TV and made for like theater productions. It's incredibly full coverage. The way it blends out is very different. What does coverage mean? Coverage means just how dense essentially the foundation is. So a medium coverage will allow you to kind of see your skin like come through a bit more, and doesn't really look like you're wearing a lot of foundation. And a light coverage looks like you're wearing barely anything. A full coverage will like fully cover everything like on your face. It's like nice, dense, and like will like give like cover everything. It's hard for me to explain that one, but yeah. It's basically how like thick the product is essentially. Okay, I'm using this one today because we're going to be doing like a full glam look today. So I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. Okay, I confirm it really can be for anyone. So it is fun, yeah. Yeah, go. Okay, so this is a little crusty on the. I'm gross with my bottles. Okay, it's disgusting. Okay, so we're just gonna take some on the back of my wrist. This is god damn it. This just, take a bit too there. many different ways that you can blend in foundation. You can use your fingers if you want to. That's perfectly fine too. You can use, and the most common ways are either with a makeup brush or a beauty blender, right? Beauty blenders are really, really popular now. I used to use them all the time. Now I kind of prefer a brush, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to show you. Put a little bit on the brush. We're going to dab it on here, and we're going to blend. So I just like to stipple. You do not want to drag. You do not want to do this, because what this is going to do, that's going to create streaks, and you're going to see streaks in your foundation. You want a nice, like, padding motion, okay? As well. That's kind of why I think a beauty blender is actually pretty good for beginners, because having a sponge kind of makes you automatically do that kind of dabbing motion too. It can be a little bit harder to learn how to use brushes. Important thing too is you want to place the foundation where you want the most coverage and blend out from there, right? So I want a lot of coverage on my beard area, so I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to blend outwards and move the product around. Remember, you can always start with less product, and if you need more, add more. You don't need to like put a whole bunch on, you know what I mean? So cover that up there. Some back here. And we're just gonna spread it out. See, I find I need more coverage on my cheeks because of my acne scarring than I do under my eyes, so I like to start here and work my way in. You especially do not want, sometimes I cover my outer eye. Oh, wow. Yeah. You especially do not want excess product under the eyes. This is something I see a lot on YouTube. A lot of beauty gurus do this. It's not a good thing to do. Under your eyes is so prone to creasing, so prone to it. And if you slap, I've seen beauty gurus, like, they're like, draw like a triangle under their eye, and it's like fully just on there. No, don't do that. Your eye, I understand everyone wants to cover their dark circles, but slapping a whole bunch of product on there and then like pumping it full of powder is just going to like accentuate your creases, and it's going to crease so quickly, and it's going to make you look old. You don't want to do that. You want a light amount of product under your eye. I'm just covering my forehead here. See, I'm just using a little stippling motion. This is called stippling. That's what this is. And again, I love this foundation because it sets down so nicely. I don't have to use any powder to set it down at all. Just sets by itself. How do you do an ultra pale vampire face? You need an ultra pale product. I'll show you. I've actually done that before. I've done, where is it? Which one is it? It's one of these. So I've actually done, I did a makeup look as like Morticia Addams, you know, from the Addams family. And I used this. This is a very white foundation. You can see how white it is. My fucking camera is just a white. This is called TV white foundation. It's full coverage. Yeah, you just need a white foundation, honestly. And when I say white, I don't mean like going to the store and getting the lightest shade. I mean you need a white foundation if you want like a vampire face, right? That's how I would do it. When I'm in drag, this is the color I use for my highlight. So I just use pure white and I blend it out. All right. So I think I'm liking the coverage I have there right now. I'll be very honest with you. So the next step is concealer. I haven't worn concealer in a long time, right? How do you know what sort of shade you should use for your skin? Very good question. Okay, so it can be really, really, really hard to find your shade, especially like when you're new, don't know what you're doing. The best thing I recommend that you do is you walk into a makeup store like Sephora or NYX, or go into like Shoppers Drug Mart and like go to like their little beauty section, and you ask the people there. That is their job. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you. They're trying to sell you a product, right? And their job is to help you do things exactly like that. Find your foundation shade. Those people know. And that's what I did when I first started. I didn't know. And then as you get more and you get more into it, then you'll have a reference of like, all right, I know what my shade is here. You also want to consider as well, you look on camera, my skin looks very different from what it looks like in real life, okay? Like right now, this looks crazy on camera. I can see myself. This shade looks like too pale and too light for my skin. I can tell you in person it matches me perfectly, right? Camera lighting changes everything. There's no reason why it's kind of hard to kind of just go just off what you see on like beauty YouTube, because these people on camera, they're under beauty lights, things look different, right? So I'm just gonna just cover down the neck. You always make sure you do that. Always blend foundation down your neck. Don't be like one of these busted bitches at the club who has like full coverage face and then like a completely different color neck. Don't do that shit, okay? Listen. And sometimes you even need to hit the ears a little bit too, especially if your foundation doesn't perfectly match your skin tone. All right, we're done with foundation. Ooh, okay. So we are gonna move on to contouring and bronzing. If you get, right, a MAC, yeah, go to MAC as well. I just forget about MAC sometimes because I don't have a lot of MAC products. Okay, so I'm gonna use this contour palette here that I have. Where's my app? I can tell you, you don't need to spend a lot of money on a contour palette. This is the one I use now because I got a new one, and oh, it's so reflective. You guys can't see it. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. It's really nice. I really like it. Got a mirror in it, and it smells like chocolate. It smells really nice. Okay. Honestly, this is the one I used for years and years and years and years. This is the NYX contour palette. This is like $25. Very affordable. They will have your shade somewhere in here, and like honestly, probably the best budget product for contouring that I could recommend to anybody. So if you want a contour palette, go for that one. It's super affordable. This one's more expensive. This was like, I think I bought this on sale. Oh, thank you for the follow. I bought this on sale, but I think it was like sticker price was like $60. I think I bought it for like $39, I think. So we are going to take a contour brush here. See, a contour brush is like an angled brush. It's angled for a reason because fits right in there because you have a nice angle to your face. How you contour is going to be very dependent on what your face shape is like. Okay, I have like a longer face. I have very prominent high cheekbones, and you can already see my lines that come down here, right? So I contour right under my cheekbone here. Everything's reversed. under my cheekbone here, and I do want like a nice angle. If you have a rounder face, right, you may want like a rounder contour. In fact, honestly, I think people with really nice round faces that have big full cheeks, I don't even contour their face. I would just put some nice blush on there, and it looks so cute and looks really beautiful. I got dark skin, but I like bright color. It's hard to use. That is true. When you like, unfortunately, the beauty industry wasn't built initially for like considering POC people and their skin tones and things like that. So it can be hard for POC people to find advice and look on like, how do I wear this eyeshadow? How do I do this? Things like that. I actually have a good tip coming up about eyeshadow, about how to make eyeshadow work on if you're a POC person, because a lot of times colors can just look muted. But we're gonna do this first. So I like to use this color here. I use this one that works for me, called Angle. Just put it in there. Tap off the excess. Okay, and we're gonna go in here. So I'm just gonna very light. Okay, don't want that much. And we're gonna put it on here. So I want it to go up. I want to contour. Oh my god, thank you for the follow, everyone. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to contour up here. Again, I'm not using that much. I don't want to contour too heavy, okay? You want a contour to look like a shadow. That's what you are trying to achieve with contour, is that you want someone to look at you and it looks like the light is always hitting you at the perfect angle, right? Like that's the point of contour, right? So it's like, oh wow, it's like cheekbones are really high, or like whatever it is, blah, blah, things like that. If it's too heavy, it just looks fake, right? Which is fine, right? If you want a super full coverage look, that's totally fine. A lot of people love that. But I like just like more of the illusion of it, right? So I'm gonna go down here. That. So we're gonna, again, like that. You do not want to go back and forth, because if you go back and forth, I'll show you what happens. See how the brush kind of gets caught back? This is angled for a reason, and it's angled for this motion. So you go back, lift your brush up, go back up, right? And we're just gonna blend. And I'm gonna put just a little bit on my jawline, right here. This is just how I do it. I just want a very little bit. I already have a very prominent jawline, so I don't need that much at all. Put it in here, okay. All these kinds of brush techniques and things like that I'm showing you may seem a bit confusing right now, but the more you practice, like the better you get at it. So trust me. You know you're taking notes. Amazing. I'm glad I'm being helpful to you. So there we go. Okay. So I'll put that away now. Okay. Oh, concealer. We forgot about concealer. Again, like I said before, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really wear concealer anymore. I find it doesn't sit super well with me on my skin. I find I don't really need it that much. I just like to just take my foundation in there. But for you guys, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I have many different concealers here. Okay, I got this. What is this? This Benefit like eraser concealer right here. There's all different kinds of coverage levels of concealer, just like foundation. There's like light coverage concealer. There's like heavy coverage concealer, full coverage. It's all different. There's the Maybelline Age Rewind 2. It's a great concealer. Lots of people stand by this. This one didn't work out so well for me, but you know, a lot of people love it. And this is the Bourgeoisie Paris. I think you can only get this one in Canada. I've told American friends about this and they've never heard this brand. So I think it's only a Canadian one. This one's like $22. This one was like $28. You don't need to spend that much though. You can get lots of like cheaper ones. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm keeping the chat. All right, I'm gonna use the Benefit one. So this is how much I use, okay? Even when I'm doing full glam, right? Boop, boop. A little bit more. That's it. One on the inside, one on the out. And then what you're gonna do, okay? Honestly, the best way I find to blend concealer. I have a concealer brush. I'm not gonna use it. You're gonna take your finger, okay? And you're gonna blend. Just like you do, like a little stippling motion, okay? And once this is blended out, how you want it, on either side, that's when you're gonna take it in the middle. Just the excess that's on your finger, okay? You do not need crazy excess amounts of concealer, right? I'm telling you, Beauty Guru YouTube is great. Oh my God, I have gross shit on my eye. Disgusting. Beauty Guru YouTube is really great for teaching you like about eyeshadow and how to contour and all these different things like that. I find the advice they give on concealer terrible. You do not need this like massive amount of concealer, like drawing a T here and like just like a shitload over here. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look cute. It won't look good in real life. It may look good on camera because they have all those beauty lights and things like that shining on them, reflecting everything. In real life, it looks cakey. You just want a little bit. So you can already see the difference between this eye and this one. This one looks brighter. There's a bit like more light there, here, and this one's just a bit like darker. Okay. So I'm gonna do it again on this one. Boop, boop. That's it. Okay. Finger. The reason your finger is very good for blending concealer is because your body heat, your natural body heat, will warm up the product, right, as you press into it. Using a beauty sponge is totally fine. Using a brush is totally fine. I just find, especially for this little nitty-gritty kind of work we're doing here, finger is really great. It warms up the product, makes it easier to blend, easier to move around. And just kind of bring it in there. Somebody in the chat has linked a bunch of like POC owned makeup companies. Absolutely, go check out that link. Really good to support those people. Some I know off the top of my head. Fenty Beauty is owned by Rihanna. Juvia's Place is a really good independent like POC owned makeup brand. I believe it's by an African woman, I believe, if I remember correctly. There's Beauty Bakery as well, another independent makeup brand owned by a black woman. There is Sugar Pill Cosmetics, and I have some of their products owned by a Asian American woman. Where is the? Oh, it's over there. I have some of their lips. Their lips are amazing. I love Sugar Pill lips. Where's the palette? I have a palette too, I swear. I don't know where the palette is. It's somewhere. I'll find it later. Okay. So, right. We got the concealer on here, right? Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it with a little bit of powder. Very, very, very light amount of powder. This is one of the only powders I found personally that that's good and sets the product down and gives a nice mattifying, blurring finish, and also doesn't cake up. I love this one. Super cheap. This is Maybelline Fit Me powder. It's like $8. Super, super, super cheap. Really affordable. They have lots of different shades of it, and I just take the little compact sponge that comes with it. It even has like a little mirror in the bottom, so it's nice when you're on the go. I just a little bit, not that much, and just boop, 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 press it in. That's it. Just enough to kind of like, ow, I just poked my eye. And just do that. And then I even do a little bit on the forehead, even though there's no concealer there, just because it has like a nice brightening effect. That's it. That's all I do. And then I kind of just like, I usually carry this around during the day when I'm going out. And if I need like a little touch up, I just like put a little bit more powder there. Just like press it to dry it off. It takes away dewiness really nicely. That's how I do that. Okay. We're going to do blush now. Honestly, blush, super personal preference how you want to do it. I use this, I've had this NYX blush forever. You can see it's a very loved brush here. I have this, I have this blush brush. A blush brush is going to be like not super dense. It's going to be really like kind of like soft, because you want like, you don't want like really dense, or what you don't want a dense application with that. Question, did you hear about that bad makeup platter? I have not. Okay, so we're going to just tap off the excess. And we're gonna, I like, because of the way my face is shaped, I like to go a bit higher with my blush. Because I don't have like rosy little cheeks here, so it wouldn't look right if I put blush here. So I put it up here. And I just put it over my contour, very light amount. And up here. Okay. And then if I want it blended out more, I can just keep blending it. Ooh, that was quite a bit on that side. How's it look? You guys like it? I really like this blush. This is the NYX Ombre blush. What shade is this? This is shade Sweet Spring. I've had this since I started doing makeup, and I still use it. It's a great blush. All right, I want to move on to eyeshadow because we only have half an hour left, and I want to really focus on eyeshadow. Okay, eyeshadow primer. Something you do not have to have, but I can tell you makes a big world of difference. I cannot go back after using a good eyeshadow primer, right? It's exactly what it sounds like, just like face primer. It primes your eyes to take product. There's a lot of controversy about like eyeshadow primer in terms of like what counts as an eyeshadow primer and what doesn't. This is the MAC paint pot. So MAC, this was like $28, which I know it seems ridiculous for this little thing, but again, it will last you forever. Ideally, eyeshadow primers are not supposed to be like moisturizing like concealers are. They're supposed to be waxy, which is what this is. I just take it on my finger and I just pat it on. It's very easy to apply. And what it does, it gives a nice neutral surface in terms of color to put the eyeshadow on, and creates a nice waxy, almost kind of like slightly sticky base, and it really helps your eyeshadow color pop. You can see how it kind of neutralizes the color of my eyes there, right? And that's another important factor too, because you have to remember when you're putting color on your eyes, if you have like a blue vein up there, things like that, that's going to change how the color looks on your eye. And your skin tone as well and things like that, it's going to change because that's how colors mix with each other, right? Now, this is where I said I had a good tip if you're a POC person as well. I will say if you're a POC person, using a concealer as an eyeshadow primer may actually be a good idea. Because what you can do is you can take a very light coverage concealer, like one like this, and use as an eyeshadow primer, and what that will do is it will totally neutralize and give you a completely different color base for your eyes. So it will give like a lighter base, and it will allow, when you put on the eyeshadow, it will just pop a lot more. Because again, with darker skin tones, it's a lot harder to have various colors look the same as they would on a lighter skin tone, just because darker colors absorb more color, right? That's a good tip you can use there. Okay, eyeshadows. Okay. Don't fucking judge me, all right? I have a lot of eyeshadow. I have a lot of eyeshadow, okay? Do I use all of them? Kinda. I just love eyeshadows. I love collecting them. I love all the different ones. This is a really amazing, this peach palette is amazing for on the go and also for any neutral eye look. I love this one. This is a limited edition Trixie, like the Oh Honey palette from Trixie and Sugar Pill. There's a really nice blush here, and these are nice highlight colors, and some nice neutral colors here. What are the prices of all these? This is like a Jeffree Star palette, Blood Sugar. It's honestly one of my go-tos because I love reds and I love pinks. So this has a lot of different stuff here. This is like $52 American. This is the Jawbreaker palette. This is like $28, I think. You don't need to spend that much money on eyeshadow. I will say, generally price does make a difference with eyeshadow. You will get higher quality products for more money generally. But when I was first starting out, this NYX palette has like, how many colors on here? Like 12 colors on here. No, 16 colors. No, yeah, 16 colors on here. All the colors of the rainbow. You got to work a little bit harder to get these colors just as like pigmented as you want them, like on the eye. But listen, for 22 bucks, when I was starting out, this is an amazing palette. So don't think you need to spend shitloads of money, all right? I think we're gonna do a nice red look today because I love red. So I'm gonna use this one here, okay? Thing about Parmesan also maybe is a hit or miss situation. You might find an amazing product and see a really bad makeup, or you're more likely to find a product that's made really poorly. That's true. Dollar store makeup, like, I don't think I would ever use dollar store makeup. That's a bit sus for me. But drugstore stuff can be great. There's lots of really good drugstore brands. Like, again, Elf is a drugstore brand. Maybelline is a drugstore brand. So is Revlon. They make good products. NYX is sold in the drugstore too. I'm just cleaning off this brush on my skin because it had some pigment left on it. This is a really nice blending brush I like to use. Very soft. I have far too many brushes. You don't need this many, okay? It's fine. I have a problem, all right? And I'm at peace with the fact that I have a problem, okay? So you do not need that many. Honestly, when I was first starting out, I used like 2 eyeshadow brushes and I just kept cleaning them in between. Honestly, still kind of do the same thing because I just like certain brushes. So we want a nice red look. So we want to start. This is how I do mine because I have found out the best eye shape, the best eyeshadow shape for my eye, right? So I take one of the darker colors first. So I'll start with this one here. Okay, we're gonna go in there. Tap off the excess. Always tap off the excess. Okay, and we're gonna start here. I'm gonna just pack it on there. Okay. Ooh, very pigmented. And actually, I want a blending brush. So this one's good. I'm gonna use this to blend here. Oh, you can see how that color really shows up. And I'm just gonna blend like this, okay? And a really good one, windshield wiper motions are great, like this, like it's good because it gets right in the eye socket there. Again, this is the kind of thing which very hard for me to give like just general advice because everybody's eye shape is different, and that's okay, and that's awesome that people are different and like unique. But it's hard because I know what works for my eye shape, but what I'm saying to you may not work for your eye shape. Hooded eyes are a lot more difficult to do eyeshadow on. What a hooded eye means is that, okay, so you can see how I'm looking at you now. You can see my eyelid, right? When my eyes are just relaxed. People with hooded eyes, when their eyes are relaxed, you can't see any of their eyelid at all. So they don't have as much real estate or space for eyeshadow. But then there's loads of different things you can do. There's loads and loads and loads and loads of tutorials online. How to do eyeliner for hooded eyes. How to do eyeshadow for hooded eyes. How to do a smoky eye on hooded eyes. A lot of great resources out there. So I'm just going to blend this out. I like to go out here because, again, I have a very angular face, so I like to accentuate that with my eyeshadow. Just blend it out. Hold on. Oops. Okay. You do most of your makeup by touch? Yeah, absolutely. You know, you can use your fingers for eyeshadow as well. Honestly, eyeshadow is one of the things where I think fingers are the least advised to do it on. It's definitely the most difficult because there's certain areas that you just need a really precise touch for, and it's kind of hard to blend powder with your fingers. But listen, if you can do it, absolutely, right? Makeup is whatever works for you. And what I always say as well is makeup is not about looking at your face and thinking what's wrong with me that I have to fix. It's about looking at your face and thinking what is beautiful and what is beautiful and nice about my face that I can help accent, right? Which is why I contour the way I do, because I have really nice high cheekbones and I like to show that off. So that's why I contour like that. I have nice big round eyes that I have a lot of space for. So I like to kind of, stretch them out like this by doing like a blend out there. Okay, now what we're gonna do, okay, we have that darker color out there. We're gonna take a little lighter color, this one here, and we're gonna boop, 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 boop. Knock it off. Always knock off the excess, because if you don't, what's gonna happen, especially with kind of cheaper shadows that aren't as good, so as soon as you put it on, all the extra powder is gonna like fall out onto under here, and it's gonna be messy. So you wanna make sure you just get that fallout out of the way right away. I'm just gonna blend in here. So we're gonna go in further because we want that brighter color. In general, the rule with eyeshadow is you want brighter colors closer, like as you go in, you want brighter and brighter and brighter, because you want to draw attention, what you're trying to do, to the center of the face, into the eye here. You want people looking at your eyes, right? So you're trying to sort of draw people's eyes into like looking at you there. What happens if you make a mistake or don't like you result, you start over? It all depends on what the mistake is, right? If I just place eyeshadow in the wrong place, like if I'm not supposed to place here and I place it here, I'll just blend. I can just blend more. Honestly, that's usually the tip for eyeshadow is just keep blending it out, and it'll probably work out. If I do something really bad, like I don't know, like if I like swipe eyeliner under here, right? I'll try to get it off as quickly as I can. And if that doesn't work, then I'll have to take a little bit of makeup remover and take it off, and then I have to redo my foundation there. It's annoying, right? So yeah, that's basically, yeah, that's what I do. It all depends on what the mistake is. Yeah, cover it up. What kind of abilities do you have? How do you management? Yeah. Makeup brush addictions association. Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna keep blending that in there, and then I want I'm in a lighter color. Let's use this one prick here. Okay, we're gonna go in there. Boop 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 boop. And we're just gonna put that one right here, and we're gonna blend. Again, see, this is what I mean. I have like 20 eyeshadow brushes. I'm using 2, right? You know, you find the brushes you like. You know. Okay, so now that that's good there, okay. Now what I want to do, this is how I do my eyeshadow, okay, on the lid. Oh God, I don't like how, we're gonna blend this out a bit more. We're gonna just blend out here. Okay, all right, that looks better. This is where using fingers comes in handy. We're gonna take this shiny color here, candy floss, put it on my finger, like that, and I'm just going to press it on the lid. Honestly, when it comes to just placing products, especially sparkly products like this glittery ones, your fingers are the best one, honestly, onto your lid. You just push that in. Not too hard, just, tapping it on. And I have like a nice sparkly center to my eye. Okay, we're gonna do the other eye now. Feel free to ask any questions as you go. I'm just gonna kind of try to do this one a bit faster. We're going to add more detail to these later, but I just want to get the base on because we're going to be doing other, whoopsie. I always find my left eye always comes out better than my right eye just because my eyes aren't like perfectly symmetrical. And I find this one has like just a nicer shape in general, just the way it is. Blend, 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 blend. Question, are you gonna use the eye curler? I don't have an eyelash curler. I've tried to use them before. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I find personally they don't make that big of a difference for me anyway. Yeah, it's just not for me. So I don't have them. I will be teaching you how to apply false lashes though, because that's something that everybody always asks me for is how to apply false lashes. So I will show you guys how to do that. And honestly, the big tip for them is going to be, the big secret is practice. I'm sorry, I know it sucks to hear, but I can tell you when I started doing my makeup, I sucked at everything eye related. Even trying to do eyeshadow, my eyes were like I couldn't do it. Now I can stick my finger like right in my eye. It doesn't even like, I don't, it's fine. You get used to it, Yeah, see, I don't know. This eye always turns out better. It's always rounder and nicer. That's how I feel about it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna use a lighter color. Boop, 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 boop. Blend it in there. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And then I'm going to again take my finger. Boop, boop. Don't even need that much. This is such like a pigmented shadow. And I'm going to put it on right there. Pretty. Okay. Now we're going to add some of the finer details, okay? So we're going to take very small little detail brush here, okay? Are there any starter kits for makeup do you have to get everything piece by piece? You can buy starter kits for makeup on like things like Amazon, things like that. They're generally shit. Don't get those ones. It is better to buy like real legit products piece by piece. Buying those like all-in-one makeup kits for like $40 or something like that, they're not good products. I wouldn't recommend it. When I started makeup, I can tell you this is a true story. This is what I did. I walked into a NYX because they were like affordable, and I walked in there, and I looked very lost, and one of the women who worked there came up to me. She's like, "Hi, can I help you with anything?" And I looked at her. I'm like, "Yeah, I wanna get into makeup, but I don't know anything. Can you help me?" And she looked at me. She's like, "Absolutely." And she spent like an hour and a half with me, helping me pick up products. I told her what my budget was, and she was super nice and really helpful. And I still know her actually to this day. She's come to some of my shows, like my drag shows. Here's what I do now. This is what I do for my face. This is what works out. But you see how we're looking at me now? And I can have this bright eye up here, and it kind of just looks a bit disconnected from the bottom. We're going to fix that. We're going to connect it. So I'm going to take one of the darkest colors in this palette, this one here, and this fine little detail brush. We're going to, right here in the waterline, okay? Gonna get it right in here. And we're also, you see how that added some nice depth there? You see that there? A nice depth of color. Blend it out, and we're gonna take a little bit more. I'm gonna put it up here too. We're gonna just darken this area because it gives a nice, like, sexy shadow to the outside here. You see that? You see how like that looks, and it kind of lifts my eye. You see the difference between this eye and this one now? Just from that. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? I'm so glad you guys are having like conversations in the chat about makeup. That's lovely. And teaching each other. It's great. Something here too. All right, I got about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna hurry this up a little bit. Okay, you see that there, right? You see how it just added a nice depth there. Right? You see how different it looks? I have like a nice, like bold, like sexiness to my eye. It looks more complete now, right? With that, right? You see that there? Okay, I think just, I want a little bit, this one, perfect, little blending brush. Let's just take this little one here. Again, it's a little bit more of that dark color. Just gonna blend it out here. I just like the nice, like sexy smoldering look, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty. Ooh, I like that. Then last little step for the eyes here. I'm gonna take another little, oh, this has blue on it. I think it should be okay though. I'm gonna take, we're gonna take this little highlight palette here. This is a Dior highlight palette. This is probably one of my most expensive things of makeup. Take a little bit on this fine detail brush and in the inner corner. Brighten up that inner, oh, this is giving me blue, hold on. Shit, all my stuff is dirty. Let me just clean this one off, hold on. This is what I do. Honestly, my wrist is always a mess when I'm done. A little bit, boop, 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 boop. Right here on the inner corner. Because again, I'm gonna try to draw the eye in there, you know? That's it. Okay. All right. Okay. So, right, as I was saying about this. It's probably the most expensive piece of makeup I own. It's like $55. I would say the packaging fucking sucks, okay? This, within like a day of me having it, just fell out of here, which is kind of inexcusable, especially for what I paid for it. However, it's honestly the best highlighters I've used. I reach for these highlighters constantly. They are so gorgeous. They're amazing. Coverage is like so nice. It's so bright. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit on right now. Take a little highlight brush here. Let's see. I'm going to use this nice brown one today here. Nice little. We're going to. Oh, you see that? Oh, and I put highlight right on. You have to remember, you put highlight on the areas of your face that you want to accent, that you are like, I want this to show out. I have nice, like I said, high cheekbones that come right all up here. So I like to put it right on the apex of my cheekbones. People can just, they just see it. They just take it in. Okay. All right. Right. Eyebrows. Eyebrows are next. Okay. So, standard eyebrow brush here. There is what's called a spoolie on the end, which is basically a fancy word for eyebrow brush. And you got these little angled brush at the top. First thing you want to do, you want to spoolie your eyebrows, brush them. I don't know why we have such a dumb name for it. It's literally just brushing your eyebrows. So you want to brush the hairs in the direction that they grow. I'll be very honest with you. I don't put a lot of product on my eyes, on my eyebrows. The best thing that you can do for your eyebrows to make your eyebrows look good is to maintain them outside of makeup. So you tweeze them and things like that, and you take care of them in that sense, and just shape them yourself. Don't over tweeze your eyebrows, because then you'll just end up with like a little nub of something. It's hard for me to give advice on eyebrows because everybody's are so different, right? It's hard for me to say, this is what you do with this is what you do. I can't really tell you. Everybody has such different eyebrows. You got to find what works for you. I use this nice little pomade here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's like 25 bucks. A very dark color because I have black eyebrows. And I just fill in. I just do a little bit. And then I just kind of accentuate the tail end of my eyebrow. And I do very little on my eyebrows. Because again, I spend a lot of time, like 3 times a week, tweezing them. Because my eyebrows grow very quickly. And I have to tweeze my unibrow, and I have to tweeze like all the stuff that grows under here. So that's honestly the best thing you can do for your eyebrows. Is not like shape them or anything like that during makeup. Is tweeze them and maintain them and make them look, clean. That's all I do for my eyebrows. Makeup is mysterious. Basically, I have eyebrows. Yeah, that's kind of the way it is. Okay, lips. Let's do lips. Okay, I have way too many lipsticks. Oh God, so many. We're gonna take a look at all these. This isn't even half. This is even half, guys. I just have too many. All right, I have a lot of lipsticks. These are Ofra Cosmetics lipsticks. These are Jeffree Star lipsticks. Hold on. Right. I have Milani Mint lipsticks. I have a NYX one. I have Sugar Pill ones. I have NARS lipstick. These ones, hold on. Shit. These are really good. These are really nice. These are really nice here if you want like a really nice, light, easy lipstick. They're like, it's really cool. This little they got this little puff on here, and they're good if you don't want like a nice, you just like swipe on, gives you a nice little bit of color. Honestly, I'm not feeling a really bold lip today. I think I'm gonna have just a nice little easy lip. So honestly, I'm gonna demonstrate these ones because they're really great and really, really easy to use, honestly. And you just, yeah, some people saying I just use lip gloss. Absolutely. Lip gloss is fantastic. So what you do is you just kind of squeeze and the product comes out on the little tip. Must mean you don't have way too many of a problem with nothing. I have way too many of anything. I know, like contour. I don't have a lot of contour palettes, but I don't need many of those. So we're just gonna put some on here. Just like that. Oh, it's bold. Okay. I'm just gonna, nice little easy lip. And again, you just want to follow your natural lip shape. I don't really like to overline my lips that much, because I don't find I'm kind of bad at it. That's the skill I've been trying to work on the most is overlining. But I find it's really hard to do it and not have it look fake, really. I'm just gonna here. Sorry, I can't really talk at this part. Hair on my face. Oh, I forgot to do mascara. Okay. So that's a nice little light color there. Where did I put my mascara? Here it is. Okay. Many different kinds of mascara. Do I prefer a matte, a gloss or a matte lipstick? Matte. Usually matte for me. I like my lipstick to go on, colors bright and stays and doesn't transfer. I hate transfery lipsticks. These don't transfer, which is really great. I like that. But they're also quite creamy, so it doesn't really dry your lips. The only problem with very matte lipsticks is a lot of them will be very drying on your lips. I can tell you the Ofra ones are fantastic. They are mattifying, but they also, they don't dry your lips out at all. I love the Ofra lips. Whereas the Jeffree Star ones that I used for a long time, while they are super, super, super bright coverage, They and the color is fantastic. They're very drying. It's kind of like putting paint on your lips. Like, all right, we're gonna do the under here. All right. All right, I have a 5 minutes left here. We're gonna finish up. You know what I'm gonna try to do in that time? I'm gonna try to apply fake false lashes so you guys can see. Oh, so you can see, I got some mascara on my skin here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can barely see it on camera. But if you get mascara on you, don't panic. Leave it, let it dry, and once it dries, you can chip it off. Instead of like trying to take it off now and you smudge it. So just leave it, chill out with it, and it'll be fine. Okay. I hate leaving a lip brand. Just came up with a new lipstick that say, oh, that's nice. That's good. I'll have to check that one out. Okay. So I'm gonna use these lashes. Nice little lashes here. I use, like everybody else, I use Duo lash glue. This is like the only lash glue because it's amazing. Like it's really, really good. The only thing, it is latex based. So if you have a latex allergy, you can't use it. I actually, unfortunately, I don't think I know of any alternative. Duo is like the one that everybody uses. Maybe Duo has a non-latex, hold on. Oh no. I think my lash glue is off. Oh, I know, I got it. It's all good. All right, we're gonna, very light amount. You do not need that much glue, okay? A lot of people apply with tweezers. I can't do that shit. I apply with my fingers, okay? This is, you know, a little crap in there. I heard you put something on top of lipstick to make it so it does not come off. I forget what it was. People have told me that before too. I've had other drag queens like tell me like, oh, you gotta use this product. Things like those things don't work for me. I don't know. Just get a nice mattifying lipstick. If you want a lipstick that is mattifying, that will not come off, that dries down, Jeffree Star ones are fucking amazing for that. These ones. However, again, they're very, very drying. Like your lips will get kind of crusty because it's so drying. But again, you put them on, they don't transfer, they stay on, right? Oh, this one actually, NARS is very good for that. I got this NARS lipstick. This fucking stays. This is a fantastic liquid lip. This one's really, really good. Sorry, I'm just... So I just shake it to dry it off. Is this the... Shit, which one is this? I don't know which one this is. No, this is this one. Okay. It's the left one. So this is how I put on my eyelashes. Again, I know it looks fucking terrifying. It's all practice, I swear. It is all just practice. Gotta practice touching your eye, getting used to it. Most people as well, I have very, very big eyes. You usually have to trim your eyelashes when they're out of the box to fit your eye. You always trim from the outside in. So don't trim where the inside of the lash, trim from the outside, okay? Almost out of time, able to start. Yep. I'm getting the curtain call, so we're gonna put on this next lash and then we will be done. Okay? So, alrighty. Yay, will be available on YouTube. I am actually not sure if we're uploading it on YouTube afterwards. But what you can do is you can follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SkylerRain, and I do these live streams sometimes where I teach about makeup. So you want to follow me there? You can follow me on my Twitter as well. I tweet out about my makeup and things like that, and that's like @SkylerRain as well. No problem, guys. We're gonna put this one on quick. All right, we're gonna put it on before they take me off. There it is. Thank you for joining me today. You know, I have one lash on. We're ending with one lash, all right? Thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you learned something. Let me take the hair out here. Hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys go and try out makeup for yourself now, because it's really fun art. Bye, guys. Mwah.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that panel. Very, very educational for makeup stuff. Thanks to Skylier for that. You know, it's kind of nice here in the lobby where we got it all nice and quiet and chill. You know, I kind of miss... There is a part of me that misses seeing all those business people just kind of coming in and, you know, minding their own business, their own actual business, and just kind of, you know, it added to the ambiance, just the random clack, clack, clack of the footsteps that they all had, and oop, sorry, stood up a little prematurely there, but it's okay, because we're on the move anyway. So, let's see. I'm sure you all have seen it, but check out this guy on the poster, huh? How about that? It looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. Like, look at this. Wow. See, it's me. Yeah. Okay. I think I want to go somewhere else. Do. Let's see here. We already checked out a lot of the rooms and stuff. There's the pool, which people are crazy in there. They keep turning it into a ball pit, and I don't want them to crash us. Let's see. There's a bunch of pens and stuff. There's a lot of fun in the headless lounge over there. Maybe we go check out the dealer's den again. That's a really cool bumping spot, huh? Biology 101 with Dr. Wildlife is coming up later. Oh, an bird. Nice. Been talking to Dr. Wildlife, and might have them on for a little segment later. Possibly before the panel starts. We'll see. I make no promises. But I can talk a pretty good game if you can't tell. I know. How about the lounge? The lounge is really cool. That Vaporwave sunset really sets up the feels. Let's go. Hope I didn't lose my camera, cat. Oops. Can I just invite him? Okay, let's go for that. Doo-doo. Oh yeah, okay. It seems it added me to an invite-only instance, so it must be... I wonder if it's based off of the hotel, or if that was just a total weird thing. I don't know. Howdy. Now that we've got that all squared away, sorry I kind of left you in the dust there, Mr. Camera. Didn't mean to do that, I swear. It's just, yeah, I'm too fast and my swag is too good. I'm too cool sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so now that we're in this particular instance of the lounge, we can really admire the vaporwave sunset that's there. And yeah, there's not too many distractions because we don't have too many other people in here. There's also a lot of art and music and stuff going on. I don't know if any of you have seen, but there's theme music kind of going on in the background. Here we have Night Runner, who is a band that effectively donated their music for us to listen to for this event. So that's like our theme music for this whole thing. It's really cool. I'm a huge fan. Let's see. Well, I think I'm just gonna chill here. I believe our next panelist is ready, which is gonna be the Kid Toys and Plushies panel with Dan Raccoon. So, without further ado, let's kick it over to him and have fun. Hope you enjoy it. I wonder why. Huh. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go have a seat. Or not, because I can't.
Welcome everyone to Furnal Equinox! Bienvenue tout le monde à Furnal Equinox! I am Higglypoo, the convention chair for this event.
And I am Cloud. I am producing the stream for this event.
And we hope that you're having as good a time as we are.
And we just want to thank you all for blowing past all of our donation goals. And let's continue. Let's break that meter.
It's also free. Bring all
It's
your friends.
free. Bring
Let's
all your
beat
friends.
all the records.
Everybody out there, tell your friends. Tell your friends.
to come. Tell your friend to come.
friends. Tell them to tell their friends.
Badgie, tell your friends. Better tell your friends. Badgie, come and tell them to tell their friends.
Badgie, tell them to tell their friends.
We want to thank you all for your donations.
Ooh.
Dark and moonless night has never felt so right. An empty mirror only shows what's left inside.
He doesn't ask for hugs. Hugs ask for him. His small talk melts the hearts of puppies and dogs around him. He appears in convention photos that he has never posed for. He is the most interesting wolf in the fandom.
I do not always go to conventions, but when I do, I prefer Furnal Equinox. Stay furry, my friends.
Room parties turn into festivals when he arrives. Dogs and cats play nicely whenever he's around. He judges dance competitions and then wins them himself. He is the most interesting wolf in the fandom.
I do not always go to conventions, but when I do, I prefer Furnal Equinox. Stay furry, my friends.